What's up, guys? Welcome back to another review. Today we have an SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Z, and it's Krillin in battle clothes, or Saiyan armor as we know it. So this one's pretty dope. Let's take a look at the box here, the front and back. It's the standard SH Figuarts packaging that we've had for a while now. If you're interested in boxes, but for those that aren't, let's take the figure out of the box and let's get a better look at it. Alrighty, so here we have Krillin out the box, and he's looking pretty good in his Saiyan armor. I always wondered how come he got the black version and Gohan had the blue one. The only time I remember seeing a black one, I think, was Raditz or Nappa. So he kind of got the different model, but I always thought that was kind of interesting. But yeah, first impressions with this looks good. It looks just like it does in the anime, in my opinion. So promising so far. Let's take a look at some of the accessories it brings and articulation, all of that good stuff. Okay, as far as accessories, beside that stern face and fisted hands, it also brings these open hands and like surprised eyes, stern face. Then it has these more open hands with the fingers splayed out and then like a gritted teeth expression. Then it has this wide open hands with the fingers splayed out and a screaming expression. Yelling, he could be in pain or he could be about to do a blast. Then he has an even more screaming face with the mouth even more open, and he has a drop of sweat. And the hands are open, but the fingers are together. Another accessory it includes is actually another chest plate. So you can swap this out and then just port in the other one. And all it does is it kind of minimizes the surface area of the chest so that you can kind of bring the arms forward a tiny bit more. So it's not as flushed on the armor, as you can tell. There's a bit of a gap, but it's supposed to be for more articulation. So that is what it is. It's included. And then it also brings this #1 Dragon Ball, which looks pretty dope. You can have them holding it, and works out pretty good. All right, so you can also change out these pieces of armor and give it some battle damage, like when he got stabbed with Frieza's horn and died, which is super cool. You just got to press down on it. I got it upside down here, but you press down on the bottom part of it, and then if you press on the higher portion, you can get it to stay. You release it by pressing the lower portion. Pretty cool. And then the back is the same. It's a little bit more difficult to access this one. It's not just press it down and it's loose. You got to kind of like peel it back from the corner here, or at least that's the only way I figured out how to do it. But I don't really have long nails like that, so it was a little bit hard. But once you get it off, it's pretty easy to put in the next piece. Just pop it right in, give it a little bit of pressure, and then voila, it's in. And it's super cool. I think it's probably my favorite accessory that you can swap out the look of that to kind of recreate that iconic scene when Krillin dies. So super happy that they included that. Okay, so articulation. He can look up about this much. He can look down that much. He can do a full 360 with his head. Little bit of tilt or swivel to the head. These are articulated. The arm could do a full 360. Can go up that much. We've got a swivel at the higher bicep. We have a bend about 90 at the elbow, maybe a little less. And we have a swivel and a hinge at the wrist, although it's very hard to use because there's not much range. There's just no space here to give it the articulation, really. The chest can crunch and has a swivel as well. Swivel at the waist. These are articulated. He can kick out this much. It's got a double bend at the knee. There's a swivel at the higher quad also, and then a rocker at the ankle, which also does not give you much range as well because just the boot cut is not there, and toe articulation. So overall, the articulation is okay. It's hindered in the arms because of this. It's limited in the legs and wrists because just the way that they cut the boot and the gloves are just not enough space, so you can't really articulate it good. But I mean, he can kick back pretty well. He can put his legs to the side that much. You can still get some good poses with this guy, I'm sure. All right, so I wanted to show what Krillin looks like next to the last released Krillin, which is supposed to be Krillin from the Cell Saga, I think. So they do have different looks. Clearly, the Namek version has a bigger head than the Cell version, and I think that they're trying to be accurate to what they actually look like in those respective arcs because they are slightly different. So it's okay that they're different, but you can't do head swaps or anything like that. It wouldn't really work because the head sizes are just not right. But I think that they're both cool in their own respect. And here he is next to Namek Bulma and then Battle Clothes Gohan. So we got the trio going here. I think the only person that's missing is Dende and maybe Namek Vegeta. That would be pretty cool too, even though he's kind of still a bad guy there. They still interact a lot, but they look super cool together. Loving it. All right, so final thoughts on this figure. I actually think it's really cool. I love to have it because it fits perfectly in with my Namek display and it goes great with the other characters. It really does look a lot like Krillin. Just the articulation could have been a bit better. My arm is really tight on the right arm and it's kind of hard to get them where I want. And then it doesn't bend as much as you'd want it to. Like the chest crunch doesn't work great and just the range of the arms are not super great. He has small legs, so you know that gives you limited options as well. And it's just another armored piece with those pieces that are always annoying that are dangling by the hip and by the arms that always limit the articulation. So obviously we know what we're getting because it is the battle clothes, so you can't take off too many points for that. But aside from that, I really do enjoy this. It looks really great and it's just cool overall. A little bit of shading, as I always say, would have been great, but you can't be too picky, right? I'm glad that they included a lot of accessories and different options for the battle clothes, so that's cool. I really do actually enjoy this. So if you guys get a chance to pick it up, I would recommend it. So that'll be it for this review. Thank you for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you want. Take care, and peace.